Experlogix provides software solutions that simplify the complex and create outstanding digital experiences. The document automation solution helps insurers to streamline and automate document creation and delivery, allowing information to be gathered efficiently and documents to be generated quickly and accurately without any programming. Find out how to streamline your document automation, reducing errors and increasing efficiency. Please welcome Experlogix.
Hello everyone. My name is Thomas Mold Jensen. I'm a sales director at Experlogix, and together with me today I have Jimmy. We are going to show and also talk about document automation. Document automation is, you could say, not just the process of moving documents around. It is also, when we talk about it, and for us, it is also producing documents. It is certainly, of course, the process around producing it, but it's also the process of gathering all the information that you need to actually produce these documents. So if you're like most insurance companies, when you produce documents, there's a lot of manual work. That takes a lot of time, but not only does it take a lot of time, it also opens the doors for errors. So by automating the process, we can ensure that there will be less errors. We can do more efficient, and at the same time actually get a higher quality out of it. Also, you can say, when it's producing the documents, there's a process around gathering the information needed to actually produce that document. So you can do that by phone or email, but you could also use our tool to actually gather it in online forms that either you use yourself or your clients use those online forms. And by doing that, again, you're ensuring the quality, and you're also able, you say, to make decisions quickly on the information that you get from that. The last thing is also, when you produce documents, you need to be compliant. You could, of course, include, you could say, 50 pages with all your terms and conditions and all the text that goes in there. But in this specific case for a client, when you're issuing a policy, it might only be 10 of those pages that are actually relevant. So not only can we ensure that the information gets in there, but also that it's the right information and only the information that is actually needed in that case. So this is all talk, but Jimmy will actually show you an example of how that it looks in real life. He has, with our tool, in a couple of hours, built this online information to gather some information and also to process it. His case is that he has a restaurant owner that would like to have a new insurance policy. So with that form online, he can have the restaurant owner submit the information needed to give him an offer on a new policy. He can also process it. He can actually produce the document, get information from other systems needed to produce this policy and produce the offer, turn it into a PDF, upload it, have the client, the restaurant owner, review it and sign it. And after that he has signed it, he can continue the process and store the document where he needs, you could say, the signed policies to be, activate the policies, and so on. But enough speak, let's see it live. Over to you, Jimmy.
Thank you, Thomas. Before us, we see document automation, which can seamlessly integrate to multiple and various data sources, such as your API or CRM's perspective. In this case of the demo, we'll showcase it from a CRM perspective. So let's get into it. We're an insurance broker, and what we want to do is we want to send out an insurance application to one of our clients. So to do this, we go into the account, and we can navigate to the top right corner where our Smart Flows button is located. This shows you all the flows associated with the entity, and now we can scroll down to our designated insurance flow. This will open up the so-called execution panel, and what we did is we sent out an email containing a link to our smart form, which will act as the questionnaire for our risk. So let's open up the email that we sent out, and from here on out we'll switch to the perspective of our client. So here's the email that we sent out with the link, and we can click here to open up our smart form. Now, behold, this is our smart form. You can embed multimedia inside of these forms. You can incorporate the designable tabs. And now we can start filling in our form. So here we have the company information with some pre-populated fields already, while others require manual input. And in this case, we're a restaurant. And of course, a restaurant serves food and beverages. So all of these fields can be customized to your shape and liking. And let's say if we go to our account history, by employing a date picker, we can easily select once we started our business and the start date of our location. By pressing on the next button, what you'll see is we have a new field pop up. So the fields that you have inside of these forms are fully dynamic, and the answers can be changed. All the fields can be changed on your answers. So let's take a look at the loss experience. If you may notice, we have an add button on the bottom, which means you can add as many of these loss experience as you would need to. So for now, we're done with the company information and we can move to our risk detail. And as a restaurant, of course, you need to supply the information of your kitchen. So while we're slowly filling in the kitchen details, what I want to note is that you can use this for any of your applications. So whether it be car insurance, health insurance, life insurance, you can tailor these forms to your liking. What you can also do is you can change the layout. So this is not the way it's always supposed to look. You can change your own logo, add the fields, add your own date pickers. And what else you can do with these forms is you can do validations on your own data. You can make required fields, while other fields can only be read-only. So you're truly limited by your own business processes or your imagination to create these fields. All of the data that we're putting inside of these forms will be used to generate our questionnaire. And the data from the questionnaire will be fed into the system. So it could be your backend system, and in this case, it will be the CRM. So while we swiftly finish these details from our risk application, then we can scroll up to the top again and go to the attachments. We also have the option to add any document you want or any image that you want and add them to your questionnaire. So now we can submit, but we could also save it as a draft and come back later to it. But now everything is fine, so we can submit our form. So everything has been fed back into the CRM system, and if we go to the restaurant, we can see the generated questionnaire added. Of course, we don't have the final document yet, but we do have the data provided into the CRM. From here on out, we can navigate back to our Smart Flows button to generate our final document and send it out to our client. So let's run it. And what we'll see next here is, again, the execution panel, but a more variety of options has become available to us. So we can email to our client, we can send it for e-signature, we can store it in multiple places. In this case, we'll store it inside of SharePoint. And what we also have is the option for a personalized message. It's very important to note this is a manual step, but you could also automate the whole process immediately after the questionnaire has been submitted. So now we can press next to generate the final document and send out the email. Here we see the flow results, and we can press on our generated document to see what the final PDF looks like. So we can open it up, and as you see, all of the elements from our smart form have been incorporated into the PDF, and that, in a nutshell, is how you can use document automation, one of many use cases. Back to you, Thomas.
Okay, thank you, Jimmy. So just to recap, one of the unique things about our tooling is that Jimmy, he's not IT, he's not a programmer. He built these flows, these forms, and also this template that actually ended up being into a PDF document. He did that himself. Our template builder is built into Word, so if you can use Word, you can also learn how to build this template. And you can say our training for using our system is actually just 10 hours, and then you will be able to do things like you have just seen Jimmy do. So that was it, what we had to present to you guys today. Thank you very much for listening to us, and I hope you will enjoy the rest of the show here on stage and also the rest of the day and the evening. Thank you very much.